Dragon Ball Daima. And if you're a new subscriber to this channel, I'd like to take this time to say, hi, bro. This is defense mode switch and attack mode. And they should just call this series Dragon Ball GT Canon Edition. Because basically, this is what it is. It's Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball, all over again, except all of your favorite Dragon Ball Z characters are now kids. The same premise we had in GT, except with GT, they left it at Goku. So you get some of that Dragon Ball nostalgia from if you prefer the Dragon Ball series over Dragon Ball Z, or you just missed the Dragon Ball series, the original one, when Goku was a kid. But this one is taking it to the next level. So, hey, why just make Goku a kid when we can make all of them kids? Literally everybody. Like, I thought it was just Piccolo, Vegeta, Goku, Krillin, like the Z fighters. Oh, but they didn't leave it at just the Z fighters. They brought everyone down. We're talking Bulma, Chi, Mr. Popo, Dende, even Master Roshi wasn't. Master Roshi has never been a part of the Z Fighter lineup, and he even got dragged down with them. Goten, Trunks, they're babies again. I mean, everybody got fucked. It's funny that the first few episodes I saw, I don't think I saw Gohan once. They didn't show what happened to Gohan. Shouldn't he be I guess he's a baby too now? Or I'm guessing he's probably a baby too. Probably like how Gohan was in the beginning of Dragon Ball Z with Raditz and everything. We didn't get to see him anyway. It's weird. Gohan is a kid again, but they don't draw him like the original Krillin is a kid again, but they don't draw him like the original Krillin from Dragon Ball, where he had damn near just pupils and no eyes at all. So the first episode starts off with the demon world. They pretty much gave Dabura, they gave him a backstory. They gave Dabura a backstory. And the funny thing is, I like Dabura. I actually thought he's a real cool villain. Dragon Ball has a tendency to have the filler fill-in villain be more interesting and make me like them more than the actual villain ends up coming out. I like the whole android thing way better than I did the Cell thing. And Dabura, I thought he was a great villain, and I would like him to have been the main villain over freaking Buu. Majin Buu is cool and all, both the fat and the skinny version, but the kid Buu was kind of whack. He didn't even talk, he just growled. And Cell was more menacing when he was the original Cell. But once Cell started absorbing 17, 18, he became more human-like and started talking normal. He became less monstrous and more like just a regular villain, But anyway, so the bro, they gave him a backstory pretty much. There's a demon world. It's not hell, particular. It's not where you go when you die and you're a bad person. It's just a demon world where demons are. And apparently this is where the bro is from. And apparently they hinted, not only this is where the Supreme Kai is from, where his brother and sister are from, with the pointy ears. But then it makes you think, what, doesn't the Makins have pointy ears? And does Piccolo have pointy ears? They actually hinted, or they didn't hint, no, I think they should have just said the Makins come from the demon world, which I never knew. And supposedly in the Makins, then they explained that the Makins don't like to be controlled and told what to do, so they left and then went on their own planet, the Namek. But I'm like, really? They're really going to say the Makins are demons as well? Which I found weird. I thought they're just people from another planet and just had different skin color. But they're pretty much saying that the Makins were from the demon world. So I find that very interesting. Wonder how they can explain that further along, but that's what happened. So Goku and Vegeta in the middle of fighting, of course, Goku's whooping Vegeta's ass as always. And then they get turned into kids because this guy or whatever, apparently the boy was the king of the demon world, and he got killed, of course. And then so his successor now is this small little insignificant fuck with the Supreme Kai's brother. And then they find out exactly what happens. They see Buu get destroyed, and they're like, oh, these guys are too strong, let's go ahead and turn the kids. Let's find them Dragon Balls over there. So they go over to Earth. They bring over some old Namekian that's still in the demon world. He's like the last Namekian left that guards the demon world Dragon Balls. And he pretty much runs up with them to Earth. He calls the Dragon Balls from Earth, and they make a wish. And they wish all of them to be kids. Now, they're supposed to get 3 wishes, but Shenron hilariously just looks at them and says, hey, I only give 3 wishes to people I recognize are from Earth. You guys are outsiders, so I'm only giving you 1 wish. Bye. Fuck off. And then he took off. And I thought that was hilarious. He just straight up took off, and they left with that 1 wish, and that was it. So they kidnap a baby Dende. And when Goku Vegeta go, pretty much the whole crew, Goku Vegeta Piccolo, run over to where Dende find out that he's taken, and freaking Popo with his little horns on his head, which makes me think, is he from the demon world too? But apparently we find out what's underneath his hat. So they go ahead and they freaking go to take off and follow them. And this guy named Glorio that came in the spaceships, that he's from apparently there's 3 different worlds, the first, second, and third world, and the demon world, and he's from the third world. He was told by his king to bring over Goku, which he does, and that's where he take off into the 2nd and 3rd episode. The 3rd episode is where we finally get to see Kid Goku fight, but he's doing it the old school Dragon Ball way. He finally got his power pole stick back, and he's basically just bouncing off of the walls and doing karate moves, karate kicks and shit to these demons that were freaking trying to attack them because they're at a bar just trying to eat. They see Goku, hey, your ears aren't pointy, let's whoop your ass. Jackie Chan, minding his own business, gonna want to whip his ass for minding his own business. Yeah, so of course we already seen the trailers. We know they're gonna turn Super Saiyan, Vegeta as well, and they're gonna be shooting beams and all that stuff. But I'm guessing they're scaling back the power thing a little bit, where they're gonna make things more simpler compared to the usual Dragon Ball Super Lightning speed, fast fighting, super beams going at each other kind of thing, like they showed at the beginning of the first episode, where Goku and Vegeta were just sparring as adults. But besides all that, I like it. I think it's cool, whatever, especially when we eventually get to see Vegeta and Piccolo start fighting. But right now, we're just in 3 episodes. So right now, they're explaining a little bit of the lore of the demon world and what's going on here. And basically, Goku, Vegeta, and Piccolo's mission is to turn back to adults, obviously. But so far, I think it's cool. It's not anything too crazy, not anything too... You know, they're not really, at least in the beginning, they're not taking everything seriously right now. Which is usually how Dragon Ball starts. Every time Dragon Ball Z Super or whatever starts, it always starts off kind of goofy, not really serious, playing around. Goku and his freaking fart jokes and all types of stupid stuff. Until they get to the more serious parts. So right now we're still in the beginning, playing around space pretty much, where Goku is just goofing off and not really taking it seriously. But besides that, it's pretty cool. I think everyone still has their adult brains, so it's not like just because they turned to children, they haven't lost their memory. They still have pretty much the same thoughts they would as an adult. So Bulma can pretty much still build everything. So this isn't the kid Bulma of Dragon Ball. This one actually knows how to build stuff. So she's gonna build the second spaceship to freaking get Vegeta and Piccolo over there. And from what we're really seeing there's gonna be like besides Glorio, the blue one, there's gonna be a green girl that gets added to the team as well. I don't know how useful she's gonna be for the rest of the series, but this is pretty much Dragon Ball GT Canon edition. And supposedly they say GT is now canon officially now. I'm not even too sure if that's true. Is GT canon now at this point? I don't even know. I heard that I did see some article that GT is officially canon, but like Daima and GT cannot be canon at the same time. You seriously told me two complete different arcs separate from each other. There's someone that wish Goku then to be kids, like they don't have an original thought in their brain. That's all they keep coming up with. And when all of this is said and done, because then they pretty much makes the Dragon Balls and he makes the dragons have the rules, right? I mean, Dende's the one that made the Earth Shenron go from making 1 wish to making 3 wishes like they did in that. So after Dragon Ball Daima's completely finished and done, and then there's an adult again, he's probably just gonna alter Shenron and make it that, hey, nobody can wish each other or wish each other to be kids anymore, or at least make it that the Z fighters can't be wished as kids no more. I mean, can he just alter like that? Isn't making the Dragon Balls magic kind of like making a machine to do what you want it to do or some shit? I don't even know. It would make sense that after all this said and done, that then they just makes it that, you know, you're forbidden to make a wish thing that you could wish someone else to be kids. Or if you do make them to wish to be kids, it can only be done for like a certain period of time and then it turn back to adults or something or whatever. So I don't know why GT and Daima can live in the same universe and make this like potentially happen to them again. Because if this can happen to them once, it can happen 1,000 times. If they turn back to an adult and another freaking person gets a hand of the Dragon Balls, they can just make that same dumbass wish all over again. You know? Not just in the Earth, but like, what if they get their hands on the Demon World Dragon Balls and they make the same wish? Because apparently there's more than one Dragon Ball, right? There's the Super Dragon Balls, which is why Dragon Ball Super is called Dragon Ball Super. And those Super Dragon Balls, like that wish is even stronger than the wishes that the Earth or any other planets or worlds Dragon Balls could be, right? So, I don't know. It just makes you think, like you know. Anyway, I like the show. Want to see where it goes from here. But so far, I give all 3 of these episodes, I'd give it a... If I had to put it in the Yu-Gi-Oh card episodes 1 and 3 Dragon Ball Time, I'd give it a 9-star out of 12-star monster. That's what I would give. 9 out of 12 star. I like it. It's pretty cool. The concept, of course, isn't original, but it's decent enough. And I'm enjoying it so far. I just want to see where it goes from here. And I'm glad that Piccolo is not just a Goku and Vegeta show. I'm glad it's not just a Goku show. I'm glad that Piccolo's along for the ride as well as one of the main ones. Krillin and the rest of them aren't there, which kind of sucks, but at least Piccolo's there to switch it up from being a Dragon Ball Z, from being a Goku and Vegeta show. This attack most is back to the fence mode. I'm out. Peace.